morning, dear students. So today we are going to start with our grammar topic, that is determiners. Okay, now what are determiners? What is their function in the grammar world? That we are going to learn in this class. The word determine, okay, determiners have been taken from, you can say, to determine something. Now, what is being determined here? Okay, the nouns. The word determine here is used for nouns. So, determiners are those words in grammar which help us to determine the nouns. Okay, now, how do they help us? What is their work? You may be observing all the different words written here for determiners. Okay, let us read one by one and understand what are determiners. They are going to help us to make the topic more clear. As I told you, the first one, determiner. Okay, it helps us to determine the object. Determine the object in the sense that it helps us to know the nouns which we are referring to. Okay, it gives the reference to the nouns which we talk about in our sentences. Okay, so what is the primary work of determiners is to determine, or you can say to refer to the nouns. They are also known as introducing words because they introduce the nouns. Okay, they are introducing the nouns. That is why they are always placed before nouns. What is their position? When we are using them in the sentences, it will always precede noun in the sense that placed just before the nouns. Okay, now it is modifying the nouns. Modifying in the sense that it is giving us the details about the noun. Okay, now they are also called as fixing words. Determiners are also called as fixing words. Why? Because as I told you, they determine, they refer to the particular specific noun or in general. Okay, what is their function? They are going to refer to the nouns of which we are talking about. Okay, and determine the noun in the sense they are pointing out. They are pointing out at the particular noun, in common or and specific, about which we are talking. So that is why they help us to fix the nouns. Fix the nouns here means fix the objects, the person, the places about which we are talking. That is why they are also known as fixing words. Okay. Now, what is the next one? They emphasize. They emphasize what? They emphasize the nouns specifically or in common about which we are talking or saying something. They indicate, point out, that is the word. They are indicating to the nouns to which it is being, which is being referred. Okay, so all these words are giving us one thing only, the one idea only, that is what? The determiners are helping us to point out, indicate, refer to the nouns. Now, is it clear to you? No. Why? Because it will be more clear to you if I give you some examples. Okay, see. When I talk about the nouns, okay, it can be any object, okay, any place, or what, any person's name, okay, it can be common, or it can be proper, or it can also be abstract. So when I say that they are pointing out at the nouns, it is not only including the material objects, okay, the material noun, the physical nouns, but it also includes the abstract nouns as well, okay, abstract nouns as well. So when I say about book, when I say the word book, what is being understood? That I am speaking about the book in general, okay, any book in general, okay. But if I say this book, or if I say some books, okay, so this word this or some is specifying us, is limiting, or you can say, as I told you, fixing the books, the noun which I am talking about. When I was saying only book, it can be any in general. Okay, I am not pointing out at something, or I am not referring to any particular book. But when I say this book, I am particularly talking about this book, fixing the book, indicating, referring to a book. Some books means there are some books which I am indicating at. So this is what is the work of determiner. Okay, if I say city, any city, okay, or this city, that city, okay, a boy. Now, a boy is used to refer to a boy in general. As I told you, these determiners are not only pointing out the things in specification but also in general. When I say this is the pointing out at the noun in general, and when I say this book, this is what? This is in specification. Okay, specifically pointing out at the particular noun. So what do we observe here? That determiners are not only used for pointing out specifically some of the nouns but also in general. Okay, so now I hope this is clear with you in example. What are determiners? Now what are the other things that we have to learn about determiners? Okay, what are the uses, where we are using, how many types of determiners are there? That is what we are going to discuss further. Before we discuss the different kinds of determiners, there is one more thing that I want to tell you, and that is the difference between adjective and determiners. As you can see on the board, I have drawn a thin line to separate adjectives and determiner. Okay. Similarly, in grammar language also you can say that there is a very thin line of difference between adjectives and determiners. Determiners are often confused as adjectives. So it is very important for you to understand what is the difference between adjectives. When are the words adjectives and which are the words adjectives and which words are being classified as determiners. So, as we have read, determiners modify the noun, and so is the work of adjective. Adjectives also modifies the noun, but they do their work in very different ways. Okay, now what is that way? What is the work of adjective? Adjective here qualifies or describes the noun. Adjective is describing the qualities of the noun, whereas determiners are specifying, or you can say pointing out at the noun. In simple language you can understand this. It talks about what kind of noun, and here determiners talks about which one of the noun that we are pointing out or we are talking about. So this is the basic difference. Okay, next one is adjectives can change form. If you remember, there have been three forms of these, like weak, weaker, weakest. Okay, but in determiners there is no form. They remain the same. Okay, now see the first one that I have explained. If I give you an example, she is a pretty girl. Okay, so which word is describing the girl? It is pretty. And where is it placed? It is placed before the noun. Okay, so that also you have to keep in mind. See this one more thing I will tell you. I have written in this way. Okay, she is a pretty girl, where the word adjective pretty is placed before the noun. I can also write it here like this. This girl is pretty. Okay. Now, here which word is describing the girl? Qualifying the noun, again the word pretty. What do you observe here? before the noun and here it is placed after the noun. Okay, so that you have to keep in mind that our adjectives can be placed before or it can complement the noun afterwards also. So it is not may or may not be before the nouns. That is our next important difference that you have to keep in mind. But determiners are always placed before noun. Okay. When I say this girl is pretty. I am pointing out at particularly this girl. Which word is used to point out this? Okay. So here this girl is pretty. In this, the word this, which is specifying the girl, is my determiner. Okay, and it is placed just before the noun. So this is what is my determiners. Third difference between adjective and determiner. What you have to keep in mind, that it may be or may not be before the noun, it can be after the noun, complementing the noun, but determiners will be always placed, they are preceding the noun, just before the noun. Now, what is the last difference that you have to keep in mind? More than one. Okay, here this girl is pretty and young. So I can use any number of words to describe a noun, to qualify a noun, but it is not that in the determiner. Okay, one determiner for one noun. Okay, I cannot use here, suppose I have written here a pretty girl. Okay, she is a pretty girl. Here, a is your what? Indefinite article. Okay, so it is also a form of determiner. So here what we have to remember, it will use only one determiner for one noun. So this is what is the difference between adjectives and determiners. So I hope now this is clear to you. As we read further the different kinds of determiners, it will be more clear to you. Now let us go to the different kinds of determiners that we have to discuss. The first kind of determiner is articles, that you may be already aware of, a and the. Here a and an is indefinite articles, whereas the is used for definite articles. What you need to know more here is a and an is always used for countable nouns. The can be used for countable as well as uncountable nouns. Okay, we will be discussing all the 6 types of determiners in detail one by one. Now, let's know the next one, that is distributive. Okay, distributive, either of you come to me in the morning. Okay, this word either is used as distributive determiner. Each child in the class is very intelligent. Okay, when I say each child, okay, so here it specifies that I am talking about each and every child, and every is also distributive when I am distributing it. Okay, next is quantifiers. Quantifiers which specifies the quantity of the noun in number or in terms of amount. Okay, like some children are present in the class. Okay, any person can answer this question. There are few students, or it can either be in the ordinal number. He is the first child to complete his work, or 50. There are 50 students present in the world, present in the class. Okay, so these are what? Quantifiers, which gives us the details about the number of the noun or the amount of the uncountable nouns. Okay. What is next that we have to see is demonstrative determiners. Demonstrate determiners to point out. Okay, here the 4 are used, 4 demonstrative determiners. This with the plural form these. Okay, that with the plural form those. Okay, this is used for singular nouns, these for the plural, which is the things which are near to us, and for those that are far from us. Okay, you may be knowing this. Next one is possessive. The word possessive itself gives us the clear meaning, that is telling us the possession, okay, the ownership, to whom it belongs. This is my book. Okay, my here is what? Determiner of possession, possessive determiner. Interrogative, which, what, whose. When these words are placed before the nouns to specify them, to point out them, or to refer to them, then there are interrogative determiners. So these are the 6 kinds of determiners. We will be dealing with them one by one. The first type of determiner that we are going to discuss is articles. Okay, so here the articles, as you know, that they are a, and the. Okay, so in this, a and an comes in indefinite articles. Okay, indefinite articles, and the is definite article. So from the word, the name itself may be clear to you. Indefinite, they are indefinite about the noun that they are pointing at. Okay, and the is definite, the definite noun about which it is pointing out. Okay, so here a and an is used for singular nouns. The definite articles may be used for singular as well as the plural definite nouns. Okay, so now let us first understand the indefinite articles a and an. Let us read that first. Now, a and an. You have learned from your first class itself about the vowels and consonants. Okay, so what we have learned, and is used with the words which are starting with vowels, and a is used for the word which is starting with consonant. Okay, now whatever the vowels a, e, I, o and u. Okay, and the rest 21 letters out of 26, they are in the consonant. Okay, 21 consonant and 5 vowels. Now, what we have to keep in mind here? Okay, what do we have to learn new here? It is not only that the words which starts with vowel will use and before them. Okay, but what we have to remember? We have to remember that the words which start, the pronunciation of the words which starts with the vowel sound and the consonant sound. So what we have to keep in mind? Not only the alphabet, the first alphabet of the word to use a or an, but we have to keep in mind the sound. Okay, now let me clear this with you an example. Suppose there is a word unique. Okay, and word umbrella. Okay, now if you observe this, they both are starting what? With the word U, the letter U, which is a vowel. But when we say this word unique, U, okay, so it is unique. Okay, it is not taking the sound of vowel, but we say umbrella, it is taking the sound of vowel. So that is why we say an umbrella, a unique boy. Okay, so this is the difference that we have to remember. Okay, like a 1 rupee coin. Okay, and wrench. Okay, the sound is vowel. So this we have to keep in mind by using a or an, the sound. Okay, like for example, we say a horse. Okay, it is starting with the consonant that sound horse, Here it is also starting with H and this is also starting with H, but we lay stress on the sound and then accordingly we use A and an. So this you have to keep in mind while using A and an for the nouns. Now let's see the usage of definite and indefinite articles. Okay, as I just told you, definite article is the and indefinite article is a and an. Now, why a and an is known as indefinite and why the is known as definite articles? Just now I explained you when are we using a and in general I told you when we have to use the. Now let us learn that in little details. Okay, see, a and an only generalizes the noun. Okay, they are talking about the noun in general. That is why they are indefinite. They are not particularly pointing out at a particular noun, whereas the is particularizing or specifying the noun which is being referred to. That is why it is definite article. Now, that is the definite article can be used in the singular as well as in the plural nouns. But our indefinite article a or an, it only stands with singular. They are singular in number. They stands with the singular noun. Next is here the definite articles can be used with both, that is your countable as well as uncountable nouns. Whereas our indefinite article is only used with countable nouns. So these are the things that you have to keep in mind. Okay. Now, where specifically we are using, this is just generally to differentiate between definite and indefinite. Okay. This is that difference. Now, in the next class, we will be reading about the usage of a and an in detail, the rules that we have to keep in mind. When do we have to use the indefinite articles? When are we using definite articles? That we will be discussing in our next class. Thank you. God bless you all.